Another Eden. Here's how I beat Melina's True Manifest with both an Arcadia team and free team. So if you haven't beat her yet, you've got no excuses now, buddy. It's David Wowee. How you doing? We've got a Melina True Manifest boss battle cooking in the pot. Firstly, if you don't know how to unlock Melina True Manifest, check out my latest video update. I'll show you how there. So how do you beat her? For anyone with new characters, beating her level 10 manifest should be relatively easy. Here's me beating her with Utpalaka alone. I've included a full rundown of this fight near the end of this video and timestamped it for you if you want to watch it. And if you want to watch my other fights without my yapping, I've included the narration-free clips near the end of this video too. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel, and if you're feeling generous, donate a thanks or become a super member for exclusive content. Even if Melina's level 10 manifest fight can be easy now, it's a true manifest fight that could, for some, be a challenge. The Melina True Manifest boss is a water element boss, so for the best chances, you'd want to use an earth elemental team, especially since she resists fire, wind, thunder, shade, and crystal. There are a few things you need to be aware of with Melina True Manifest. First is, you need to beat her 4 times, and each time she revives herself, she gets stronger. The second is, if you have a full AF bar, your damage is reduced by 50%. So attack her once your AF bar reaches 50% or a little bit higher, just don't reach 100%. While we're at it, your damage is reduced if you also activate Sea of Stars, which is what the new Fine Another Style activates. But guess what? I use her in my free team anyway. More on that later. Melina also performs her Stiffy song, which brings your power and speed down for 3 turns. To counter this, you can activate Torn Earth Stance. I've seen other players use Fairy Armor, which gives you 100% proficiency debuff resistance. These take some time to farm though, so an alternative Graster you could use, which I used, is Proficiency Debuff Resistance Graster. By turn 4, Melina will perform Show Them Salvation, which brings your team's water and blunt resistance way down, and by turn 5, Melina will perform Affluent Surge, which attacks you while also giving herself a power and intelligence buff, which could very well wipe your team out if she hadn't already. On top of this, after every revival, Melina will also self-heal when you damage her, and by her 4th revival, she heals a huge amount of HP. So the key is to beat her as quickly as possible with each phase before she has the chance to revive her health. For me, I depended heavily on making the most of Another Force. As soon as it hit 50%, I used it, and my Stellar Bursts also helped me wipe a lot of her HP, and in some cases wipe out one of her lives. You also want to make sure your damage dealing characters can deal a lot of damage. I've included clips of my gear after each battle for you to see. Now let's look at teams. For one approach, I used an Arcadia team, as you can see here, now that we have all Arcadia characters available. Sirius, Utpalaka, and Kuchinawa were my damage dealers, and Melpifia was my support. If you haven't watched my previous guides, what's cool about the Arcadia team is that you can completely change their elemental style depending on which zone you activate. So in this case, I equipped Melpifia with a Torn Earth Stance Grasser, which enables her to activate Torn Earth Stance. And as long as you have 4 Arcadia units in front, their element style will change according to the activated zone. So all my Arcadia characters were now Earth Element characters. But there's a twist to this, my friend, as Melina keeps setting an Awakened Roaring Bash stance near the end of the battle, which overwrites any other zone you have. You need to be aware of this and act accordingly. If zones completely confuse you, this doesn't make sense, check out my zones guide. It will make everything clear. Your eyes will be opened. Here's a list of the moves I used, and I had them on rotation, making sure to use Another Force and Stellar Bursts when I can. I have full guides for each Arcadia character if you want to check them out. I have an Utpalaka guide coming, so stay tuned for that. Here's the free team that I used. Once again, I'll include a Yap free version of this fight after this. I'm so generous, I even timestamped each fight for you so you can go back to it later if you need to. My free character strategy is very similar to the strategies of 77AE and Richie_AE. I got some clever tips from their videos, so shout out to both of them. They also have much stronger characters than I do, but I figured not everyone is at that level yet, so hopefully my video and tips could help. My strategy with free characters is essentially the same as my strategy for gacha characters. I used Earth characters and my goal was to use another Force and Stellar skills to beat her in 2 of her phases. Another Force on turn 1 let me quickly set up buffs and debuffs and to obliterate Melina on phase 1. I then used my damage dealers to wreck Melina on phase 2, Stellar Burst on phase 3, and how about phase 4? You may have noticed I used Fine Another Style, even if this boss battle can reduce your damage if you cast Sea of Stars, which is something Fine AS does. If you set it up right though, and have the right Grasta for your main damage dealers Galliard and Helena, you can pretty much swap Fine AS out with anyone. What I mainly used Fine AS for was the last stage of this fight where I used her Ogre's Grace to fill the AF bar so I can finish Melina off, and yes, my team was still strong enough to bypass the damage resistance. If you have all the right Grasta, which I'll mention soon, you wouldn't need this and your Galliard and Helena should be able to wipe Melina easy. But for me, I needed this step. A big confusion or frustration you may have when watching people on YouTube is that why are their characters so much stronger than yours? Don't worry. This does my head in too, even to this day. Want to know the secret? If you want to know the secret to gaming, it's having the right chair, man. Did you like that segue? If you want a sick looking gaming chair with ergonomics and all that fancy stuff, grab a Secret Labs chair. It'll support this show. I've linked it in the description for you. This whole thing balances on the fact that you can inflict pain on your enemy because it's the pain grasser that will help you deal incredible damage like they do on YouTube. But for pain grasser to work, your enemy actually needs to be in pain. So in this case, make sure to use a skill like Galliard's Raging Charge, which inflicts pain. And make sure to equip good grasser not just on your main characters, but also on your reserve characters. The power of Awakening Lance grasser that I equipped to my support character Jade was crucial in making my Galliard deal the damage that he does in this video, which is also the reason why my Helena wasn't as strong as she is on other YouTubers' videos, as I don't have a Power of Awakening staff grasser. One major grasser that I don't yet have and would have made this fight so much easier is the Resonant Power Shadow grasser that helps you deal extra damage for each shade character in the team. Even so, I still managed to beat it. I've included a clip of all the grasser and equipment I used for each character after this fight. Here are the skills of my characters I had in rotation, so feel free to screenshot. I'll come back to this later. The sidekick I used was Ukulele for this, who gradually decreases the intelligence, speed, and earth resistance of Melina, which definitely works in your earth team's favor.
Sorry, but I ain't going easy on you. Reap what you sow. When one life ends, another begins.
One arrow is all it takes. Go! There! There! Bullseye. Bullseye.
Just a flesh wound.
Let me show you what a dragon can really do! Oopsie daisy!
Prepare yourself for divine punishment.
Oopsie daisy!
Our prayers have been answered.
me show you what a dragon can really do! Gotcha! Not bad! Oopsie daisy! Oopsie daisy! Gotcha! Oopsie daisy!
Show them salvation! I choose violence!
Not bad! Oopsie daisy! There!
Wham!
Gotcha!
Not even the gods are safe from my A plan played to perfection.
Be gone!
Gotcha!
You're done! Kiddo! You're done!
Prepare yourself for divine punishment. Gotcha!
Disparais! You're done!
There! Our prayers have been answered.
Disparais! For my future in le paradis!
Gotcha!
Be gone!
Show them salvation!
Disparais!
Gotcha!
Disparais! You're done! Pas de pitié!
Gotcha!
Be gone! Listen to the requiem of life!
Oh,
This! Yep, I still prefer fighting alone.